Hey y'all, what the fuck is good? I just woke up not too long ago and I wanted to film a video because somebody commented in my last video before this. They was like, make a video on how to get over a crush. And I feel like this is very important for me to say because lately, like this year, a lesson that I have learned from the universe is the mastering the art of detachment. If y'all don't know what I mean when I say detach, it basically means like how to emotionally detach yourself from somebody. I learned this when dealing with my ex I mean Dookie. Anyways, I learned this while I was dealing with my ex Dookie. If y'all don't know who Dookie is, y'all can go watch some of my diary entries back when I'm talking about my ex and stuff. My ex Dookie, horrible. I was super emotionally attached to him, and a big reason why is because he was like my first actual boyfriend. So I was very emotionally attached to him, to the point where he would clearly show signs of not wanting to be interested in me, and I would just keep like trying to approach him. I would be the one that would have to make all the moves, start all the conversations, ask how he's doing, and he wouldn't even ask me back. Like, it was horrible. I was super attached to him. And then I detached myself from him. So I feel like that's very important because this year, that's like what all my relationships are centered around, is learning how to detach myself from somebody or how to get over a crush. So, right? Say you have a crush, you like them a lot, like almost to the point of obsession, and they don't like you back. Now, let me tell you something. The last thing you should do is look up tutorials on how to get a crush to like you back, how to attract a guy, how to all of those videos. That is the last thing you should be doing because it will not help you in the situation. First of all, I tried all that shit. It didn't work. Let me just tell you that. Okay? That's the last thing you should do. The biggest tip I could give you on how to emotionally detach yourself from somebody or how to get over a crush is to get a life. I'm sorry, I don't want to like make it sound like that, but it's basically to get a life. You know what I mean? Stop revolving your life around that person. If you find yourself waking up, you thinking about them. You going to sleep, you thinking about them. Random throughout the day, you're daydreaming about them. That is your issue right there. That is how to not get over a crush, okay? Is you constantly thinking about them. The best thing you could do is to get a life, right? So just stop thinking about them. For example, you can pick up a new hobby, do some extracurricular, do something. Another tip is to make some new friends. You know what I mean? Just stop thinking about them a lot, okay? That's the biggest thing. Like, take your mind off of them. If that means you have to pick up a new hobby, make some new friends, I suggest you do it. But just stop revolving yourself around them. That is how, because especially as a female, as a girl, as a woman, as a young woman, it's so easy for us to get emotionally attached to guys. Like, have y'all ever noticed that? Like, women are the first to get emotionally attached to guys. Meanwhile, men, they think more logically when it comes to relationships. Like, I don't know how it is, but males in society, like, they are like relationship gurus. Like, they know exactly what to do. Like, I can't explain it, but it's so easy for us to get emotionally attached, right? Because we start thinking about the kids. You start thinking about, what will your future children look like? You start thinking about the wedding. You start thinking about spending the rest of your life with this person. Never put your eggs in one basket. That's the biggest thing I could tell you. Pick up other options, okay? Never stick with one male, okay? Pick up with other options. So when one is acting up, you go to the other. And when that's acting up, you go to the other. When that's acting up, you go to the other. Like, so another tip, right, on how to get over your crush. Number one, stop thinking about them. Get a hobby, get a life, get some new friends. And number two, get another crush. Probably pick up somebody that's actually interested in you so you don't seem like the only one trying to make things work. Find somebody that is also interested in you as another option, right? So when one is acting up, you go to the other. When that's acting up, you go to the other. When that's acting up, you go to the other. When that's acting up, you go to the other, okay? Always have an option, right? I know this really sounds like being a hoe, but it's not. As long as you're not spreading your coochie lips open unprotectedly, you're, in my opinion, you're in the clear, right? So yeah, like I said, just don't revolve your life around that person. That is what I was doing, right? I was constantly, all the time. I mean, it probably could have been, you probably could have just said I was obsessed with him, because that could have applied too. Like, I was obsessed with my ex Dookie, y'all. Like, I'm not even lying to y'all. I was obsessed. Even sometimes I have to catch myself when I'm talking to certain guys. I have to be like, wait, I don't need you. I want you. I don't need you. And if you don't want me, that's cool, because guess what, baby? There's always another option out there. You need to have that mindset, okay? So like I said, when it comes to a crush, honestly, I don't have crushes anymore. Like, I try not to have crushes because it's honestly painful. It's like a fantasy that only lives in your head. I would just say move on. Like, if it's clear it's not going anywhere, just move on. Like, you don't have time to be obsessing when there's other fishes in the sea, okay? You don't need to get that one fish. There's other fishes, okay? But yeah, that's kind of how, like, I emotionally detach myself from guys. I get a life, I get other options, and yeah, focus on yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Have a crush with yourself. That is the third and final, I think, tip, right? Stop obsessively thinking about this person. Get a life. Number 2, get another crush or get other options and find somebody who's actually interested in you. And number 3, fall in love with yourself. Focus on yourself, right? That is the biggest way I emotionally detached myself and also got over my ex or a crush or anything. I ended up focusing on myself. I ended up, like, am I loving my style this year? Would I like to change my aesthetic? Okay. Do I need to buy new clothes? Do I want to do yoga again? Do I want to become flexible again? Should I film a video? Do I have homework I gotta do? Should I apply for a job? Let me tell you something. When I get back home, I need to make some money, because who gonna get that U-part wig? I need that U-part wig, okay? But anyways, yeah, fall in love with yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Have a crush on yourself, okay? Because at the end of the day, people might say it's pretty selfish or whatever, but you only have yourself, okay? You came into this world by yourself and you're going to leave alone. So, learn how to love yourself, because there's only one you, right? You should be like, why doesn't he like me, right? What's, like, anybody should like me. Why would you not like me? I'm likable. You know what I mean? And I feel like this video is very important for me to make, because I'm currently in a situation where, like, majority of my options, let's call it that, because I'm not dating, majority of my options are acting up, and I'm feeling pretty lonely. But it's like, also, I need to check myself. Like, hold on, I better not be emotionally attached to any of these guys or any of these people, because it's me before any of y'all, just to let y'all know. Like, I'm in love with myself first. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's why it's happening to me right now, because I feel like, I know I sound crazy when I say this shit, but, like, maybe the universe is trying to teach me a lesson right now. And that's why I always, like, have to check myself whenever, like, I see people are falling back on me for absolutely no reason. Like, for example, if you have ever had points in your life where, like, people are just, like, you just have an epiphany where, like, people are just leaving your life out of nowhere, like, just out of the blue. Maybe it's for a reason. Maybe that is, I call it like a spiritual cleansing. Like, it's kind of like the universe is getting people out of your life, people who don't serve you good and positive purposes at that moment in time. They kick them out your life. So, I feel like maybe the universe is trying to make sure I'm not super attached to any of these guys. Like, hold on now, before we continue, you better not try to, you know what I mean? Because it's getting there. But yeah. Yeah, my 3 tips. Get a life, get options, and fall in love with yourself. That is the biggest way I have gotten over a crush, and how I am able to emotionally detach myself from any guy that I'm talking to. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.